Democrats need to scream louder. I'm just going to say it that way. The time for peace, the time for professionalism may have ended. Democrats need to scream louder. I'm not just saying this from a liberal standpoint, but even if you're on the right, if you're ignoring things that may put this country at peril, you need to speak up. This whole Pete Hegseth and Tulsi Gabbard duo releasing classified information to some Atlantic Journal reporter kind of validates what people were suggesting earlier on when they were being appointed, that they did not necessarily have the merit or the credentials to be given positions that are so high up. How could they not know? Now, they used what's referred to as signal. This is kind of like a Zoom call. How could you release classified attack strategies over this, just literally over this unsecure application? The point I'm getting at is this: because they released the strike plans before the strike took place. The actual reporter that received these plans erroneously thought that that's exactly what it was. It was an error, kind of rooted off as being meaningless until the actual strike on Yemen started happening. Here's the point. If that had fallen in the wrong hands, it could have gave Yemen a heads up in regards to what was coming. They could have adjusted everything from surface-to-air missiles to all kinds of other defense strategies, and it could have resulted in U.S. service personnel getting killed in the attack. So this is a huge blow to the credibility of Pete Hegseth. By the way, Pete Hegseth, when this stuff got released in the reporter, made it known, Hegseth tried to deny that what this reporter had was valid until the FBI checked it out and came back and stated, no, these are valid plans this guy received. Which means now Pete Hegseth's credibility is also at play. Now, if you support Hegseth, you're not gonna, this shit ain't gonna mean nothing to you. But it should. It should. That, because you know damn well, if somebody on the left did this, you would have a problem with it. And you should have a problem with it. So anyone that is seeing this and just discarding it, where he literally put service personnel's life at risk, you should speak up. Now, I did a short suggesting that Hegseth and Gabbard could be a product of DEI, but we can't use DEI on Hegseth because we can't use it in reference to a white guy for some damn reason. But looking at the merit of Pete Hegseth, the ranks for which he reached in the military, he does not have the credentials of a typical head of Department of Defense personnel member. He does not. If you look at any of the former DOD heads, he's probably at the bottom credential-wise. How did he get the gig? Loyalty is the only credential necessary? So he is indeed the equivalent of a DEI hire. He just isn't a person you would associate diversity, equity, or inclusion with. Tulsi Gabbard, same thing. Same thing. But like I stated, if you're not speaking out against this, but you got a problem with biological males playing in sports teams, then you're just biased. You're picking and choosing your battles. This should be noteworthy. We'll see how loud the liberals get on this, because we're already considering acquiring Greenland, some kind of bullshit about Canada becoming the 51st state. I don't know if any military will be used there. He's made it clear military might be used in Panama if he didn't get his way. And talking about Gaza becoming a Riviera of the Middle East, he probably does consider getting involved militarily with Israel. And these could lead to war plans. This could lead to the same event happening again, is what I'm getting at. Hegseth just doesn't seem to have the merit. But I want to run it by you folks. You feel confident that Pete Hegseth has the right stuff, to quote the Paula Abdul song from the 80s? You feel confident that he has the right stuff to be Department of Defense, the head of personnel for that? Do you see that appointment being legit? Or are you taking it from the word of Trump? If Trump says the guy is good to go, then he's good to go. Because that's exactly what happened with Elon Musk. Trump said he was good to go. We gave him the job. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Maybe you disagree. Feel free to smash that like button or dislike. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.